This guy here with the red tie, what do you do for a living, sir?
Engineering.
You do engineering? Where do you do your engineering at?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Can you see that that's a what and not a where, sir?
Engineering and a red tie.
So where do you do your engineering? Mechanical engineering. Sir, get off the script, damn it. It's like as if you went over it in your head before you left the house. I'll tell her engineering, and then I'll tell her mechanical engineering. I don't care what anybody asks me, I'm only going to say mechanical engineering. Do you enjoy it? It's mechanical, and yet it is indeed engineering. So where do you do your mechanical engineering, sir?
In Fitchburg.
In Fitchburg?
A company called Moduform.
Moduform?
Right.
Moduform? Is that what you always wanted to do since you were a boy, was someday work for Moduform? What exactly do you do for them? Like, what project are you working on right now at Moduform?
Developing new furniture.
Developing new furniture? Right. Like?
For corrections.
Somehow the chair isn't good enough anymore?
Most of our furniture goes into correctional facilities, jails.
New furniture for corrections facilities? So you don't want it to be that comfortable, right? Most of your furniture goes into jails? Huh. I don't understand. How do you sell, like, who sells it to the jail?
Our distributors.
Your distributors? And how do they, do they just cold call? Yeah, hi, Folsom Prison. I'm from Moduform. I was wondering, have you noticed a lot of the inmates standing? Well, that could be because you need Moduform prison furniture. I never heard of such a thing. How did you get the job at Moduform? How did you know that you wanted to go make prison furniture? It's so distinct, sir. I don't know how you train for that. I don't know what the mentality is behind the furniture, other than probably like beanbag chairs. You don't want a lot of hard things. You don't want things that can be dismantled and used as weapons, right? So mostly it's like foam chairs and stuff.
A lot of vinyl.
A lot of vinyl.
Filled with foam.
And you design these things?
Yep.
And based on what information? Do you go to the prisons and see like what looks like it would help?
Our field salespeople do. They go out and survey the marketplace and see what's required.
Your salespeople go out and survey their marketplace? I love it that the jail itself is considered a marketplace. Not exactly a free market, sir. Just pretty much whatever you say goes in that area. And they come back with what kind of information? Like, what were you told before you invented your last chair?
Pricing.
Pricing? Because a lot of the prisoners are what, cheap? You know, if only they'd have like more rich prisoners. I think that would work out a little bit better. All right, so pricing is a major feature in your prison furniture?
Durability.
Durability.
How long the furniture will last.
How long, and the vinyl lasts quite a while, does it?
Yep, very long.
Sure, because they don't have cats. As soon as they get a cat in that prison, it is all over for that vinyl furniture, let me tell you. Because we have a little vinyl couch for the kids, and the cats have just torn it to shreds. My flight's at 8:30 in the morning. By the way, Barry Manilow's fans go with him to the airport, but that's totally up to you. I was the only passenger on a flight one time on a 30-seater. It was a puddle jumper, but it was about a 30-seater flight. I was the only passenger. And there was a pilot and co-pilot, and they had the nerve to talk to me over the PA thing. The co-pilot gets on, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. I'm sitting right behind the guy. I tap him on the shoulder. I go, I'm sitting right here, for Christ's sakes. What do you think the captain's turned on? We're sharing a seatbelt. What's the matter with you? Then this is a really humiliating thing. They asked me to move for ballast. It could have been worse. They could have said, could you just move your left leg? That would have been more. The plane is crooked. If you could just throw that over the aisle there, that would help us. So I pick up my bag. They said anywhere behind row 5. So I pick up my carry-on bag and I drag it back to row 6 and I plop down the seat. And the guy gets on the PA and goes, "We see you've chosen the emergency exit row." And then he starts giving me the emergency exit row thing about how, are you willing to get... Are you willing to get the other passengers off? Look, I'm the only passenger. I believe I'm willing to help get me off. I think I could do that little service. Now they've tightened up security at the airport, and they have this on a audio loop. This announcement that says, if anyone approaches you and tries to give you a bag, that you need to alert the police or an airline representative. Well, there's quite a gap between those two positions of authority, are there? And one can arrest him, and one can insist that he put his seat back forward. There's the bomber right there. Sir, you're gonna have to check that.